Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ICS321, and this is the first video of fall 2024. And I'm going to go over, introduce you to the course and tell you what the assignments will be like and so on. So let me share my screen. All right, so this, if you go to Laulima, our learning management system is Laulima, and you should see the course tab up at the top. Click on that. If you don't see it, you can try looking this little nine button thing here, view all sites, and see if you're there. If you're not there, then you can email me. So the overview tab is the syllabus and the class schedule. This is some information about the class. There's going to be a YouTube playlist, and once this video is done, I'll post that up, and that'll be the first video of the playlist, and this will turn into a link. This is how you get a hold of me. You can text me. Text me is probably the best, quickest way to get a hold of me. The first time you text me, tell me who you are, so I know who you, so I can know to look at it. The text. Weekly engagement is important for the first 2 weeks because we have to do this thing called participation verification. It's a federal requirement now. So just click on here and type something. It doesn't matter what you type here. Just click through this and get something in there, and then that lets me know that you're participating in the class. And this will be for weeks 1 and 2, and then after that, I'm going to take this away because it's not necessary anymore. The class uses this zyBooks textbook, and let's see if you let's see where's the textbook is here. Oh, okay. So you're probably going to get this, and then up at the top you should be able to this. I think I've got pop-ups blocked on this because there's no no, never mind. The first time you log in, before you've ever created a zyBooks account, the first time you click on that link, it's going to look like this, and up here there'll be a button, create an account. And then once you do that, when you click on the link, it'll look like this. And this gives you access to the first chapter, and you can see what's in the rest of the chapters, but you don't get access to the content until you pay the $89, or you can buy an access key at the bookstore and enter that in there. After you've paid, let's see if this works. Looks like this, and that thing goes away, and now you have access to all of the data here, or the content. And so the grade book, let's see, I'm going to come back to zyBooks in a moment, but let's finish going through this. There's assignments. That's right, this class is assignments. I better add that here. This is the only class I have another class that has assignments. Anyway, these are server assignments. So if you click on the first one, you'll see how you log into your server. Everybody in this class is a server, and if you don't have a server, it means you're registered late. So you got to just maybe remind me, or at the end of registration. These assignments aren't due till later, but I'll go through and check to make sure that everyone's got a server. But the first one isn't due until September 25th, which is a month away. Anyway, so this tells you how to log into your server, and you're gonna create these databases. Tells you how to do it. So that's what those are, and they're gonna count. Let's look at the grade book, which is next. The zyBooks Zybooks has, if you click on My Activity, you go back in Zybooks, click on My Activity, you see that this shows your progress in these three different kinds of exercises, these three different kinds of activities. There are participation activities, there are challenges, and there are Zylabs. And I will go over those in a moment. But anyway, each chapter has those. And uh, as you progress through, I'm going to copy over the scores from Zybooks, and I'm going to upload them into this Gradebook Classic, and you'll start to see your scores go up here for the chapters, chapter 1, 2 chapters, the partition, each of the different activities in the chapters. As the semester progresses, the number of chapters, of course, goes up. And some labs are kind of required. There's like 10 labs or something that are connected to chapters, which I think are really important. So you got to do those. And then there's some more labs where you have a choice, and we'll drop the lowest 4. And then these are the server assignments, and those will be scored. How are they scored? Well, if you go to the first server assignment here, you click on make sure you use the grading assistant. You click on that, and this is your grading assistant. So you do your assignment, and then you click when you're done, or as you're going, you click on this button here to test it. And when this thing says you got all the points, then you got all the points. And so this is auto grading your assignments. Okay, by the way, there's one assignment that's not auto graded, and that's the final project. And this first semester I've had a project in a long time, but here you're just supposed to come up, and you can work with others on this, but submit your own work, and come up with a scenario to use this first Sequila database that you're going to upload. And the Sequila database is talked about in the first chapter. But anyway, just the idea is that you come up with an API similar to what you did in in the 4th assignment. And here I give you code for updating these APIs. So, yeah, that's right. This class you actually have to make stored procedures. Anyway, so the 4th assignment, you make these APIs, and I give you the code, so you see how APIs work and everything. And then in the 5th, by that time, this should be just, this should be a dumb easy assignment. But anyway, the point is and I'll elaborate more as we go along on it. So it's the first time I haven't done this for a while. But the point is that I have to grade this assignment manually. It's not auto graded, so it's important that you finish that project by a Wednesday of finals week. Wednesday of finals week. The rest of the stuff can go until December 22nd. All the auto-graded stuff can go until December 22nd, which is the Sunday after finals week. But the final project, or I call it the final project, it's just a dumb API that you come up with, some scenario, and you show me how you tested it and everything. So anyway, that's the grade book. The email, you can go in here and email anybody else in the class. You can email everybody. You can exclude people. I'm the only instructor. Now, I'm not going to click on student because I don't want to list all the students, because I don't want the video to have all the students' names on it. But if you look in that list, you're going to see that I'm in there as a student. I added myself as a student using my richhalverson@gmail.com email address, so you'll see it'll stick out there. And so if you want to send an email to the rest of the class, like for example, who wants to partner on the last project, or whatever you want to do, and if you want, but anyway, if you want to send some emails and you're too embarrassed to have me see the email, make sure you uncheck that checkbox. I don't really care. about that. So let's okay, I'm gonna go over quickly cover the due dates and these kinds of things, and then I'm gonna go back and do some of these real quickly so you can see how they are. I did talk a little bit about the due dates. The due dates have more to do with the timing of the videos, these videos, maybe weekly, and updating the grade book. They don't have to do with when you absolutely have to have stuff submitted. All the auto-graded stuff, which is almost everything, you really have until the last day, the day after the last day of classes, the Sunday after the last day of finals, and you don't have to email me and ask me if you can submit stuff late. Just submit stuff whenever you're done, and I'll be uploading the grades periodically. And when you do them, then they'll show up in the grade book, and everything will be fine. Let's see, where was I? Um, uh, the assessments, which must be, oh, okay. Well, okay, in this class, I'm extending this to December 18th. Okay, it's just this class. All the labs are 10 points each, but some labs are more difficult than others. And there's videos for most of the labs, but there's not videos for all of them. Some of the videos take you all the way to the end. You just watch the video and you do what do what I do in the video, and you'll get all the 10 points. Other videos just take you part way. And then there's some videos that don't tell you anything, and those are ones that we use to assess how well we're doing. We have to do these course learning reports to how well student learning outcomes were achieved in the course, and so that's what we use for that. Doesn't hurt your grade hardly at all, but at least it gives us a lot of information. If nobody can do those labs, then I'm in trouble, or I got to work harder then. But if everybody does those labs, then I'm going, all right, I'm pretty good, or the course is structured well. All right, and so and also in the resources tab, in the resources section on Laulima, there's playlists of past um uh past semesters of this course. If at the end I have to give you if you want an incomplete at the end, you can read that. Explains that. Let's go over and take a look at the books now. So let's look at the first chapter, and we can see what a participation activity is. Basically, you read this, you look at it, you click through see, this is going to tell me right there if I got the points yet. And you click through this and you see, oh, that's data.gov's that's free data that you can get. There's this, which gives you that data. And then there's this, which gives you that data. And look, now we're done. I got the points. And when I go back and look here, see, look at that, 1% already. Okay. So that's how you get the participation activity points. I'm kind of referring to, if you look at the syllabus down here, we see how much each of these is worth. Participation activities, there's a total of that many points, and that's going to be 20% of your grade. Challenges, there's less of them, 20%. Required labs, those are the zyBooks labs, auto-graded. These are auto-graded. These are auto-graded. This one is not auto-graded. So if we go through, okay, so those are participation activities. See, there's other ones like this. Drag and drop like that. You get all the points, I guess. So anyway. And I got all the points checked up there. All right, let's take a look at let's go look at chapter 1.3, because this has got a little bit of everything. This here just introduces us to query languages. It's like this in one section covers everything that we're going to spend all the rest of this chapters on, pretty much all the way down to, like, I don't know, here or something. Okay. but this is all very simple examples of things. So the language of this course is SQL, structured query language, and a query is simply a statement or a request. It's a request for information, and there's SQL. It's not a sequential procedural type language. It's just this is the definition of the data set I want, and then the SQL engine underneath figures out how to create that data set for you and then spews it back to you. And so you can, that's what the select type statement does. Select statement here is select something from this database table where this field in those rows of the table, this field is greater than this amount. And then it's going to pop back all of the results. So it's going to pop back all the names where this is true. And look here, that looks like it's going to be Raul Lopez. There's Raul, and then there's Ethan Carr, and there's Ethan, but my didn't because my only makes 2,500, or the balance of 2,500. This is how you insert into a database table. This is the name of the table. This is the name of the database. There could be many tables in this database. So insert into this table this record. And so that's two fields, one record, one field, two fields, or maybe it's three fields, 1, 2, 3 fields. I don't know. Here, this, and so there's basically these four different kinds of statements, and these commands or these queries, and these can get pretty complicated. There can be a whole big description thing here. There can be a whole big thing here, especially here. There can be all kinds of sub queries and subqueries and so on, and all kinds of things, and it just gets fancier and fancier, where you combine a whole bunch of tables together in certain ways, just one single query. And so it's kind of like the mathematician that the mathematician's job is to sit there and stare at a problem for an hour, and then the mathematician writes down one single large equation, and that's the answer of the work. And so this is kind of that way too. But of course, there's step-by-step ways of getting there, which we'll learn in this class. Okay, so a query, this describes the different kinds of this make sure you understand queries referring to the animation above. Only one of the queries does not change the database contents. Only one of the queries does not change the database contents. Well, that's true. Only the select statement does not. But this thing will remove something from the table. This thing will change something in a record of the table, and this thing will insert something new into the table. So this is true. Okay. Given the data in the bank database, a select query for accounts with negative balances would return nothing. Are there any negative balances? There's no negative balances, so it is true that it would return nothing. Okay, these are the four statement queries, they're called. I don't know, is the answer to that yes? Well, I'm going to interact. Okay, I'm going to say yes, but other database commands are necessary to create. You have to create the database. I thought this was just interacting. I thought once everything is there, you have the tables all created already, but no. Necessary to create and delete databases, tables, add columns, delete columns, and all that. These, however, are the most common database commands, the ones that are used to interact with the database system. Okay, so anyway, so I didn't get the check mark, but I just got to fix it, and now I got the check mark. An update query cannot update data that isn't in the database. I'm going to say true, but it's probably okay. Yeah. All right. So the record has to be there already to begin with. So these are the four kind of statements. This is how you write them in SQL language. Insert into account, these values, and order. The order matters. So the order is this order. Dun, dun, dun. Here this is what the select statement looks like. This is what a delete statement looks like. Here the ID is unique for each record. So that's how you can uniquely identify a record. You just have to say this, and it knows what record you mean. Here we have that. This is that ID when we're inserting into the database. It's that a value has to be inserted there, and it has to be unique. You can't insert a record with a field that is supposed to be unique, but it's not. So it's one of the good things about a database. Once you define it, it won't let you put bad data in. It'll just not allow you to put it in. All right, so what is Brandon Smith's balance in the following insert statement? So Brandon Smith looks like his balance is, I would say, 200. Okay, it's the order counts. So let's do a challenge activity. So here we actually have to answer the question and we get the points. There's 4 of them here. And so there's 4 things here. And so once we get all 4 of them, then we get the check mark up there. Otherwise, we've only gotten partial points. So let's start this up and insert into country. That's the name of the table. These values. Portugal is the name. Lisbon is the capital. This number is the population, and this number is the independence year. So what is the new row's population? Well, I'd say it's the 3rd one. I'd say it's that one. So I'm going to go this, and good, I got the points. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, so now we're going to select from the table select the field called capital. That would be this one. From the table called country, that's this table, all the records where the area is less than 6,200. So this could return more than one capital. Let's see, less than 6,200. Well, this one is less than 6,200. This one is less than 6,200. So it's going to be, the resulting table is going to have 1, 2 records. The resulting table has, I'm going to try putting the wrong answer and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to put 3. If the answer is 2, I'm going to put 3. I go, oh, it expected to. Look at that. Tells me what the answer is. The select statement retrieves the capitals of countries with an area smaller than 62,000. These are the only ones that have smaller than 62,000. It tells you. Okay, so it's gonna when you click next, we're still on 2. It gives you another problem similar. We're looking for capitals this time, and we're looking for area of less than 4,400. And how many do we return? Well, how many are less than 4,400? It would be this one, 44,000. 44,000 is, that's it. This is 105,000. No, 1,600. Yes, that's less. 303,000. No. 4,500. Yes. 35,000. Yes. So this one and this one and this one. That's 3. Let's get this right this time. 3. All right, expected 3. All right, what's next? In the table above, select the row deleted by the following query. A country where the population is that is this one? Yes. So delete from country where population is that. It looks like this is the one that gets deleted, so I'm going to click that. All right, what's next? We're going to update country. We're going to set the population equal to that, where the name is equal to that. So let's find where the name is equal to that. Oh, here it is. And then we're going to change this population. We're going to change this number to this number. We're going to change this number because that's the one for Portugal. That's the name equals Portugal. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And by the way, yours will probably be a little bit different than these, but uh, oh, I'm supposed to also click this thing, aren't I? Select the row and the column. Well, let's see what my second chance is here. Row and column. Okay, at the name of Algeria, this one, and population that's this one. Okay, so we're setting the population, and the name is Algeria. Okay, how's that? All right, very good. Okay, and now I got all the points. Okay, so that's a challenge activity. Here we're creating. This is how you would create a table. This is a create table statement. And once this is executed, then a table exists, an empty table like that. So here's an example of a create. This defines a new table called movie, and then this thing, this inserts 5 records into the movie table. And then this thing selects, the asterisk means it's going to select all the fields from movie. And so let's run this and we see what it looks like. And this is the result. This is all of this is all the columns and all the records. So we can mess with this and say, how about if we change this and make this the title, title, and release date. Okay, now let's run it, and it is oh, here it is. See, here it is. It only gave me the title and the release date. How about if we also say where rating is equal to, I think I can I do the equal sign? I think so. Equals PG-13. Okay, so let's see what this does. So this is the it's the title and the release date, and PG-13 would be Rogue One, go, and Avengers, and that's this one. All right, so that's what you can do here. So let's I want to show you, the last thing I want to show you is this. Let's do this this lab. Now, I you don't have to install MySQL Workbench on your computer. You can use the server that I give you. Okay. In fact, the first server assignment is this, where you actually install the Sequila database on your server. Okay. And in all of the classes before this, I had you go in and edit. You end up you download this file, and let me cancel it. You download this file, which is the schema, which has got all the create statements and everything, and all the insert statements. No, the schema's got all the create statements, and the data's got all the insert statements. But what I've and then you go over to your assignment here, and you follow these instructions and you install it. You install it on your server. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and then what you're supposed to do is you can do it. You have to do it on your server because that's how you get the points for this one here. Okay, so you have to be on your server, but you can also do it on your personal computer if you want to. Um, um, so so let's just go through this and I give you the this is the schema, and you see these are all comments here, and then this is starting to define stuff. And then these are all create table statements. See, this creates all of the tables in the Sequila database all the way down. So these are the create statements. And then the data looks like this. And these are all a bunch of insert statements. Insert this table. See, those are a bunch of people. Insert a bunch of addresses. Okay, so that's what these. And so you don't really have to go through this. Okay. Okay. Because I decided to do it this time, and I attached them down there. Okay, so anyway, let's do this. Okay, um so first of all, I log into my server. Hmm. Don't I tell you how to do that? Oh, yeah, here I tell you. Okay, yeah. So first you prepare the files. Well, you don't have to do that. You just have to download the files. Download the files. Click on schema. Uh, that's interesting. Okay, why don't you save as I'm gonna put it in my downloads folder. And I'm gonna call it Sequila schema.sql. That's a good name for it. And then this is the schema, and then download the data and save as in download, save Sequila data.sql. All right, very good. Now I can close these. And let's log into the server. Okay, so to log into the server, it's your UH username .ics321.org. Okay, so and then your cPanel control panel, and then that's your servers, and then okay. So here's an example. I'm going to use mine as an example. This is my email address, richardh@ics321.org. So if I go there, I go to Richard H. See, it's not, it's .org. It's not .com. Don't type in .com. You have problems. So anyway, this is my server. Now the reason I've got uh the reason I've got stuff other than the CGI-bin is because I've been working on this assignment. I've been working on these assignments. Is this the right? Hmm. Well, anyway, yeah, because I've been working on it. But anyway, so I want to go to though, instead I want to go to my cPanel. How do I get to cPanel? Here it is. Sorry, this is hard to read. Okay, so my username is it's Richard H. ics321.org/cpanel. So it's Richard H. ics321.org/cpanel. And I go to here. And then my username here is RICHA. It's the first 5 letters of my username, followed by 321. Okay, so if you have less than 5 letters in your username, then it's just your username followed by 321. And the reason I don't make it the same is your Your UH username is because some students take more than one class from me, and then that screws that up. Anyway, and then your password is the this is your last name, first letter of your last name capitalized. This is the first letter of your first name, not capitalized. This is your 8-digit UHID. You know, everyone's got an 8-digit UHID. And then at the very end, we stick a %sign, a hashtag, and an exclamation point. Okay, that's your password. After you get in there, you can change it. But for right now, so for me, because my last name is Halverson, starts with an H, capital H. My first name is Richard, so it's next is lowercase r. And then if my 8-digit UHID were this, next would be the 8-digit UHID, and then percent hashtag exclamation point. So that's presumably what's there, I hope. And I'm going to press this and log in successful. And this is what it looks like when you log into your cPanel. And we will be using the file manager. We'll be using manage my databases today, and we'll be using phpMyAdmin today. And later on, we'll also use terminal, probably, maybe. Anyway, so to do this, we start out with do all this. And so I'll just do all this. I'll just do all this part for you here. First thing we do is we go to manage my databases, click on that, and we create a new database called Sakila, Sakila, Sakila. Might as well do it in lowercase. That's what they do. So create database. There we go. Boom. We've created a database called Sakila. Okay. That's all we got to do. Now let's go back. Click on the cPanel up here, and you should see it down here. It's going to be Richard.321 underscore Sakila. So go to cPanel up, click on the cPanel up there, and we're back to the cPanel main page here. And now let's go over to phpMyAdmin. Click on phpMyAdmin, and we open it up. And on the left here, we see your cPanel username, and you can click on the plus sign, and you can see now you should see your Sakila database in there. These are other databases that I have in there that you're going to be, oh, yeah, these are actually the databases that you do for 1.2 and 1.3. I may go over those later, but not today. Okay, so here we are. So this is Sakila. Now click on Sakila, and there's nothing. So now we're going to import that. First, we import the schema. So click on import. Make sure you're in Sakila. Click import and file to import. Choose file. Click choose file and find the schema. Here's the schema I downloaded from the assignment page, and it's there. And this is default's okay. This default's okay. Why don't you disable foreign key checks, because we'll understand later on in chapter 5 why that can be a problem. And then let's just go ahead and click import. 43 queries were executed. Okay, and over here, what's popped up here is all of the these are all the tables. Okay, now so go up and click on the database link up here, and we see, yeah, it's all these tables, but no, they all have 0 rows. So let's import the data. So click on import, and make sure you're just in the database. Make sure you're not inside any table, but you're inside the database. Just the database. Click on choose file. Click on data. And then click on undo the enable foreign key checks. And click on import, and Lo and behold, 61 queries executed. If you click on the database up here, now we see that the tables are populated. Okay, let's look at the actor table. Click on Browse and look at all these actors. My goodness. Don't even know who most of them are, but okay, so that's that. Now what do we need to do? Let's go back to this lab. We didn't need to do any of this. Look, click on film. Let's film. Look at all these films. Goldfinger. All right. Go back to the database just to be safe. All right, now go all the way. Okay, we've done. Where are we doing? Okay, now we got to do this. What are we supposed to do here? Create a table in the Zybox DB database. Recreate the actor table in down here. Recreate the actor table down here. So we need to let's click over here, and there's initialize, and there's main SQL. Paste your create table statement here. What is this? Oh, that just drops the table. Okay. Source initialize SQL. Paste your create table statement here. Display list of tables. Okay, so we just need to okay, so in Workbench, so this is I'm going to do this one, except for I'm going to do it in PHP my admin. So uh let me separate this, and I'm going to do well, like this is PHP my admin. I'm going to put that here, and this is this thing. I'm going to put that over here. Okay, so I can close this, and basically I'm just supposed to paste my create table statement for uh okay, so let's just do what this says. Right click on actor. Okay, I'm just gonna find actor here. Oh, it's right here at the top. I'm gonna click on actor, and let me go boom. And then I'm gonna I want a create statement to copy create table in your create table statement in your clipboard. Um, let's see. I'm gonna open this up. There's probably a zillion ways to do this, but okay, so I've got this actor table. I'm gonna click on export, and I'm gonna just say custom so I can see what I'm doing. And see, what am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to do the create table statement? I don't need to I don't need to include any data, does it? Do I? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna do SQL format. I'm gonna not gonna dump any rows. I'll just leave that there, but down below I can say I'm going to view the output as text. That way it'll just display right on the screen. I don't have to download a file because I'm going to paste it down here, paste it over here. Then I'm going to say display. I don't. It doesn't matter. Just I want to do just the structure. Just the structure. Add a create table statement. I don't need to add a create view statement. I don't need to create figure. And I don't even need to enclose the column names in back quotes. That just looks funny. So now I'm going to say export, and boom de boom de boom. This is it. I'm just gonna. Oh shoots. Um. All right. I'm gonna see what happens when I tell you what, I'm going to click here. I'm going to do Control A to copy all of this, copy, and I'm going to paste the whole thing here, and I want to see what happens, okay? Paste. Paste this whole thing. That didn't paste. There we go. Oh, I see, because it did a transaction. I don't need for it to do a transaction. But I'm going to run this to see what happens. Oh, look, I got the right answer. So let me submit for grading and see what happens. I got all my points. Wonderful. So it's that easy, I guess I'll allow this. So that's how you do it. You just you saw what I did. I clicked on export and I did first I found the table. I'm going to secure the database. I clicked on the table. I clicked up here. I clicked on export. I clicked on custom because I want to modify these a little bit. Ignore, ignore, ignore. View output as text. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Um, we, we don't need to enclose the export in a transaction. I'm going to do that, see what happens. We only need the structure. And we want to create table. We want that. We don't need this view. We'll learn what a view is later. We don't need this trigger. We'll learn what that is later. And we don't need to enclose the table in backquotes. Let's export this. And here we are. So we just copy all this. We actually don't need to copy any of this, but we copy the whole thing and we paste it in right where it says, here I could go back to, well, we paste it right where it says, let's do this again. Let's go to, anyway, let me find where you paste it. We paste it right here. This is there, this was there, and then starting here, this is all of this from there down is what I pasted. You see it starts right here, PHP, MyAdmin SQL dump version 5.2. So I just pasted it there and then I ran it. It gave the answer it should have given, and I submitted it for grading and I got all the points. All right, let's see. Is that anything I was going to cover today? Yes, it was. So that is, I've gone through the assignments, gradebook classic. Yes, I think I've talked about everything. So I will be making more videos, maybe once a week. And if you have any questions, just email me or text me. It's my phone number is on the overview syllabus page. And let me know if you have any questions. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.